Are you a telemarketer? You're probably like, no, I'm not a telemarketer. Well, if you call clients, even clients you have an existing business relationship with, if you're using the phone, you fall under the telemarketing sales rules. And these aren't new rules, but it's new to a lot of attorneys that are trying to go after agents. And if you get caught for calling one of your clients and violating the rule, it's $500 fine. So if you're calling all of your clients because AEP is coming up and you want to have them book an appointment, then you could get a lot of fines, and it's a $1,500 fine if you knowingly or willfully violate the rule. So now I'm telling you about it. So now you knowingly know about it. What is this rule? This rule says that if I use my phone to call you, that I cannot block my caller ID. I cannot block my name. Seems pretty simple, right? The good actors, we don't care. We want them to know who's calling. So the bad people are going to be the ones. They don't want it to show up on the caller ID. So if they block their name, they block their number, they have the incorrect information, those are the people that can be sued for violating this rule. So just remember, just because you don't work in a telemarketing call center, you don't do all your sales on the phone. If you call Medicare clients, your phone needs to display the phone number you're calling from. Now, let's say I work at Gordon Marketing, we have 100 different lines, and it could display the 800 number, or it could display the customer service number it doesn't have to display my exact line, right? Because there's 100 different lines. But that the consumer could know exactly what company is calling them. So it doesn't have to say Sylvia Gordon is calling. Caller ID could say Gordon Marketing is calling. That is legal. So more news in the Medicare world. The 5% increase for Medicare Advantage should be a great benefit for not just insurance companies. Everybody's saying, oh, great, the insurance companies are going to get more money. I don't care. They're already rich. No, it's great for everybody. It's great for the member, because when there's more money coming in from the government, you will see richer benefits. So that will trickle down to the member. Will it trickle down to the agent? Yeah, of course. So when you see a suppressed plan, they're not making money on that plan. So if you're not getting paid a commission, they weren't making money, that flowed down. If they are making money, you will be paid a commission. Speaking of Senator Wyden's report that came out the end of March, Senator Wyden used to be a big fan of Medicare Advantage. He helped get the law passed back in 2003. He's not such a big fan lately. He's a minority member, so he doesn't have the clout to get a lot of the things done that he's been proposing. And if you read his stuff, he's kind of walked back his recent report from the way he talked about agents last year. So last year, he basically said, oh, agents are terrible, and they're terrible. Who cares if they get paid? Now he's proposing in the new report in March of 2025, agents should get paid for their work. So we shouldn't be forced to sell plans that are non-commissionable. Now, nobody forces us, but aren't we really forced? If we're supposed to basically act as fiduciaries, which is another one of his suggestions, that we be held to fiduciary standard, which would mean we do what's in the best interest of our client. So if the best interest of my client is this plan with a suppressed commission, that I sell it anyway, even though the carrier does not want me to sell it. So that is putting me in a very bad position to sell a plan the carrier doesn't want. So it's not necessarily good for our relationship. And I'm working for free, right? So Wyden's saying I shouldn't have to work for free. If I'm doing what's in the best interest of the client, agents should be paid. I think we can all hear a hallelujah. Yeah, we all agree with that. Like I said, he's a minority member. I don't know how much traction he's going to get, but he is creating a lot of noise. So his report, if you want to look it up, Google Senator Wyden's Medicare Advantage report, unraveling the Medicare middleman. It's something like that. And yeah, we all kind of cringe when they say middleman, like middleman is a bad thing, but we are in the middle. The agent's in the middle. We don't make the product. The carrier makes the product. We are in the middle between the carrier and the member that buys the product. We're in the middle. Why does middleman have to be bad? Because it just has a negative connotation. It means waste. It means middlemen just suck off waste and ruin a program. And one of the things Senator Wyden says is, look, back in 2018, total commissions flowing to agents was only $2.4 billion. And now it's $6.9 billion. So look at this great inflation. So much more money is flowing to insurance agents. Yeah, because more people are enrolled in Medicare Advantage. How many people were enrolled in Medicare Advantage in 2018? 20 million. How many were enrolled now? Almost 36 million. So yeah, there's more money flowing, not because the middlemen are getting paid more. Our commissions are capped, right? We get paid for selling a plan, for helping members enroll in the appropriate plans. So the report is less inflammatory than it has been in the past, which is a good sign. And they have less control than they've had in the past. But it's still good to know what's going on, what people are saying up in Washington about us, the dreaded middleman. So if you learned something today, please hit the subscribe button and tune in next week when I'll tell you what's going on in insurance.